tomorrow's headlines. Most are still asleep, and I ain't talking about no bedtime. The truth is not a Google search, you need to get your head right. The Greek goddess of illusion was called Media, and I'm not a coincidence theorist, I look for thread lines. Smashing every deadline, no longer smashing red wine. Though I can hear the bells chime, it feels like the end times. That probably should have been smashed on red wine, but the carnal mind is foolish. Obey and end up ghoulish. Don't get used by instinct, take control and learn to use it. Make a load of earnest music, earn a few quid, learn a few tricks. Sure, the truth is persecuted, this whole world is pure abusive. Know a bit about everything and everything about nothing. Figured out my noggin while you picture out shopping. You sit about watching while I dish it out, stop it. I don't mean to sound cocky, I'm not even proud of it. It's a second nature to me, just to be this out honest. I don't even need to sound honest, never been about profit. Everything but out on it, you can bet your house on it. Doubt I'll be out for the count when the sounds, and I'm down for the beat, no beat down. I mean, how long's it been? Help me out. I've been the only one who's held me down. All in the mind, hell freeze now. Still sick with it, healthy how? A few bars down and the world freaked out. I don't reach out, I seek out to speak out. I'ma recount the reasons they beat out.
Welcome to the 509 Divine Pines podcast. I am your host, Joseph Daniel Pena, and it is May 29th, 2024, and I just turned 31 yesterday, so congratulations to me for making it another year around the sun, and thank you, Lifeline. Hey, we have Lifeline out from Chile because it is getting hot out here, man, and we had to go ahead and bring two of the best worlds together, the North and South Americas.
It's cold on here.
Creating the Great Americas. Oh, dude, it's warm up here. It's getting nice. We just hit 90 recently, and then now it's floating about 80s, and so it's good. I love it. I want to be out there in the heat, blistering heat, getting my Latin skin glowing with that melanin Y or whatever the freak it is. Man, I love it. The sweat and the sun, bro. That goes together like peanut butter and jelly with me, bro. I'm out there just saucing. Basketball, football, jogging, whatever, man. I'm out there hiking, bro. You know what I mean? I take my dogs out there, and dude, they love the heat, but not as much as me. Thank you guys for being here, man. I appreciate all of you guys sticking in, tuning in. I am now in year 3 of this podcasting, episode 194. So, guys, just be prepared because things are coming in hot now. I'm stepping things up in my life, and I'm realizing how great this life is. Where I was questioning things before, I'm not. I have the answers. I have the answers I need. I think life recently has been showing me that I just need to believe in myself a little bit more. Because the world wants to make you not believe in yourself. And all your ideas, all your actions, all your passions, all your likes, everything that you actually do love, the world wants to make you question. And we got to remember, God gave us a passion, and we're either going to use it or we lose it. God gave us a calling, and Lifeline, appreciate you being here, man.
I agree. What's up?
Tell them a little about yourself. They never seen you before. They ain't never seen no people. Someone from South America.
It's Lifeline. I'm not from South America. I just live down here. I'm from Michigan. I've been down here like a decade though. I could say I'm from here. I vote down here. I always vote for Penis Man, but I'm from here.
Well, what do you do? What do you do out there in Chile, man? For all my people out there.
I teach English at 3 different universities down here.
Do you teach all the kids how to say work
teacher,
or load it, or what do you teach them about? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Kind of like a mix between everything. Like I'll teach them some slang.
Yeah. Do you also teach them God is real, or are they pretty good down there with that whole God thing?
It depends on the university. Some universities are very anti-God, and others are very pro-God. So,
snap! Okay, man.
I have different audiences. It's fun. I get to change my class depending on the course.
So you get to kind of maneuver through your own teachings depending on the where you're at.
Yeah, exactly. And I've had enough time to where I can do that, so it's
So
fun.
how's Chile for everybody? For all my listeners out there, what can you tell about Chile currently in its current day? But maybe political, spiritual, economical. Is it booming? Is it a mess? Is it like gangs
Um,
everywhere? What is it?
I don't know if it's a mess, but it's not at its best. Since I've been here, it's probably at its worst this
What,
decade.
what did you do,
But
Lifeline?
I didn't. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Just kidding, bro.
It's. I don't know. It's to be honest, like people say it's at its worst, but in Chile, there's like I don't know, 19 million people living in Chile, and Chile is a really long country. Like the country can go from Italy to Moscow. I forget what it was. Like it could go from one side of the U.S. to the other side of the U.S., but it's only like uh, a quarter
Skinny as
of
fuck, yeah.
Ohio. Yeah, it's really skinny.
Yeah, I always
So
heard Chile
it's
looks like a
weird.
Chile.
It's weird. It looks like a chili, but people here hate spicy food, which annoys me.
Hold on. Over in South America, they're not eating spicy foods, bro.
We're not eating spicy food down here in Chile. We're eating mayo. It's a lot of
Mayo.
mayo. A lot of mayo.
Oh, that's straight Ohio.
Mm. It's like the
What
Midwest. It's like the Midwest of South America down here, dude.
what do you so okay, like is it what do you mean mayo, bro? What explain to me. What you guys eating? You guys aren't eating
Like
no pizzas or you guys aren't eating no
like
fruit.
the dish of choice is a completo down here, which is a hot dog with a little bit of chopped up like a diced tomato and then some avocado. Or you guys might call it guac, like my mom does. And then some mayo. A
Yeah, I
hot
call it
dog.
guac.
Yeah, you call it guac, but it's not guac.
Guac, avocado,
Guac is a mix of things, but okay,
guacamole, avocado.
it's
That's the
fine.
that's the real deal right there, man.
Avocado is the real thing, but guac is a mix of things. But it's
Yeah, I
fine.
mean, but you can't eat the guac without the avocado. So you
No,
gotta have the guac
but
because the
you can't have the guac without the avocado.
yeah. But you're not just gonna eat the avocado by itself.
Why not?
You could, but you're
Avocado
not.
on toast, it's fine.
Oh, you a little bit of salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Maybe some
Avocado, salt, and
tomatoes.
pepper on toast. The shit's cheap down here, dude. It's cheap and it's like you can grab the shit from your neighbor and be like, hey, give me 3 avocados. I'm like, okay, fine. I don't
So
care.
agriculture is booming down there, right? I'm guessing
Yeah, where I live,
it's
yeah.
everywhere.
It's all agriculture here. Which means Monsanto is here sticking its thumb in everything. Like
Oh, so there.
it's kinda sad, yeah.
Okay, so there's a big problem with the way you had mentioned in the Discord, OBDM Discord, that it's what is it? There's some Zogs or some it's like Zionists or some elite type of activity or what is it?
Yeah, no, it's globalist. Like Chile in general is a huge globalist country. Like
Okay,
it's been under this U.S. globalist control since the 80s, 90s, when the U.S. basically installed a dictator for itself to protect its interests in Chile, to not let it go to communism. Because Chile was in communism, and it was kind of like faltering, and you know how communism goes. Like it's not gonna go well.
yeah,
But then the U.S. came and took over that government with a coup, and the guy killed himself, or he was killed, or whatever. The
he
communist
got
leader,
he got Epsteined.
he got Epstein, but like in a couple of hours, like nobody knows. And Chile turned into this like dictatorial right wing libertarian country, and it prospered like a crazy amount. Like people got rich, and the communists got really poor. So nowadays it's back to a democracy, and people are like, well, maybe communism wasn't the bad choice. Maybe communism wasn't the bad thing, and I don't know.
Oh,
It's
yes, it is.
I agree, but they kind of have they're kind of right in saying that like they never got to see communism fail is the thing. And like obviously communism would fail, but they never got to see it
They
actually
weren't
fail
aware of it.
without a dictatorial coup. So like
So
they're
from
like,
what I
oh,
sound,
it would have been great except for that.
from what I'm hearing, even our conversations beforehand, you had mentioned that you had lived by this Nazi base, and that there was some shady and political involvement with that too, where it almost seemed like this German elite was allowed enmity, but also he was chosen by the government. You had said to
No,
pretty much well,
I, I don't know if chose him, but kind of just like let loose
he was
by the
chosen.
government.
Yeah.
Yeah, like um, most of the Nazis moved to Argentina or Chile. That's obvious by now. And one of these Nazi guys, before the Nazi party came in, he was kicked out of Germany because of pedophilia. They kicked him out of Germany. We're gonna arrest you. You know what I mean? And he just left instead of being arrested. Obviously, like one would do. Uh, so he came to Chile to kind of escape that, and he moved in right where I live now, more or less. I mean, maybe like a half hour away. It started his own colony, and the colony is called the Colonia Dignidad. If you want to watch a movie about it, it's called Colonia. It's got Emma Roberts in it. I think Emma Roberts. Is that her name? Emma Roberts. But basically, it's just your basic American cult, to be honest. Like the U.S. knows about this shit more than Chile. It's just a cult, you know, and he controlled this stuff, and the government then came in. The government was the libertarian slash right wing dictator, came in and kind of like checked in on things and gave him the good to go. They even gave him like, oh, here's a prisoner, let him have it. You know what I mean? Like he was in with the government after a while because he had secrets and the government had secrets. So if you can both cover up each other's secrets, it's beneficial for both of them. So because of that, this Colonia Dignidad, which is like the colony of dignity, uh, became a thing. And nowadays, you can go there and hell, you can get a really great pork chop. One of the best pork chops around, dude. Like, really great. Great gravy, dude. You can get some. Look up the restaurante. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yo,
You can get
Colonia
some really
Dignidad.
great
Oh, right
fucking.
here, Dignidad all day brunch.
That's
No,
Dignita. You gotta look up Dignidad without the G. Without the G. Dig. Dig. No, dig. With the G with a D. No, here. I'll send it to you.
yo,
Colonia
so it's pretty much sounding like Chile has been this
Dignidad.
clusterfuck of or sorry for the profanity, but it's been this mess,
Yeah.
politically for the last like 70
Um,
years. Just a huge.
not so much a mess, but just a testing ground, dude. People here are just so much so much they're
So they
just
haven't faced
sheep.
too much
They're
turmoil,
sheep
but
down here, dude.
yeah, they haven't faced too much actual like war and destruction. But there's
No. No,
just seems like.
they always side on the best side of the war.
What do you mean?
Like there was a war down here with If you, I don't know if you know about this, but Argentina against the UK
Uh,
for the
nah.
Maldives.
For the Maldives,
Maldives, sure. Yeah. Do you know about that war?
I have no idea, brother.
So that
So
was
what's up about that?
Margaret Thatcher coming down here and saying she. I guess Argentinians say this is our island because it's closest to us, and Margaret Thatcher came and said, "No, fuck you. This is ours because we own it. Because fuck you." And they fought a war over it, and Chile helped England over Argentina, which I'm against. But hey, there you go. That's right where I live. Holy shit, very close.
Hey man, dude, it's so green out there. It's so beautiful. And you said it's like
It's
600, 700 a month. So what? It pays pretty well. You make like double that and pretty much keep half or what?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I make like I guess you could say like $1,000 a month. I work probably 30 hours a week. I stay at home with my kid and take care of him. My wife makes about the same. She works full time, and
Dude, nice.
it's it's pretty nice, honestly. Like I don't think we're poor. I guess you could say. I don't think we're poor, but if you like when I go to, the other year I had to pay taxes in the U.S. and they were like, "Holy shit, you're poor! Like, are you sure you don't need help? Do you want help? Do you want American help? Like, you need help. You need help." I was like, "No, dude. Like, I'm fine. Like, I have a kid. I'm just making this money. Maybe I should have asked for help and just gotten free money. I don't know,
Yeah, that'd been nice. But if you don't
but
need it, then you don't need it. But you don't want to take what you don't ever need either.
yeah,
So
yeah,
so this colon dignidad, it says right here, interesting. It says it was like a cult. It
yeah.
said the
It's a cool. Yeah,
organization he led in Chile was described as a cult.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
interesting.
But dude, they put together buildings like you can't believe, dude.
What do you mean?
Like they put together these hospitals, like a full hospital
Oh, they
in
just
in the
showing a map, I
70s,
think.
80s. You can't even believe it.
No,
Like,
it's
at
not.
that time, nobody had any idea what that was, and they used that to say like, no, we're gonna give free medical care to anybody in the area. So then all of the governors, all of everybody in the government was like, "No, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine." But he used it as a cult. This guy, and he was Paul Schaefer was his name. He was he was a known pedophile. Like from the time he left Germany and came to Chile. He was a known pedophile and came here
You know what's crazy is
and just
that
started up again.
that's a big name in the Mormon church right there too,
Schaefer?
and yeah, and they have a huge problem with it too. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
it's
about that.
it's one of the elite names. They're part of
Schaefer,
one of the bigger
really?
families. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know about that.
So let's go on a little bit, guys. We have some news. We have some topics right here. Jeffrey Epstein, human cloning transhumanism, using victims as lab rats for the Nazi type experiments. So we're gonna go ahead and just listen to these few clips, and right below it, we're gonna um, check out what AI has to say about demons and Jesus. So put this all together, this is a war that we're experiencing. This ain't no Alex Jones, but there is a war on for your mind and war on for your soul.
It looks like the guy from the UFC, doesn't it? I can't hear anything, by the way. It looks like the guy from.
Oh, you know what? Hey,
There we go.
sorry guys, it is not playing for everybody out there on the podcast. One second, let me go ahead and reinstate this back into the podcast. What did you say? Sorry, lifeline. What was that?
I couldn't hear any of that. By the way.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Nah, you're good, Matt. That was on me. totally forgot that I have to switch some things over when I'm trying to play things. Hey, I'm still new to this, guys.
It's a
I'm
process.
not
It's
a
a process.
professional.
Juliet Bryant.
I didn't even
You
go to
mentioned her a
college.
couple times during the
Julia
interview.
Bryant was a victim of Epstein. I talked to her. She was from South Africa, and she was with Epstein. Flew her to New York, and she kind of settled in. And then they told her that she was going out to that island. But she was in the Epstein's New Mexico ranch. And now I'm a little fuzzy, but she kind of passed out or went to sleep. And then she came to, she says, in a laboratory. And that there was a doctor that was harvesting, like in a hazmat suit almost, harvesting her ovums. And I've always thought Dolly the sheep was cloned in 1997. If you can clone a sheep, you can clone a human being. And actually, people are getting like their French bulldogs cloned for like $60,000. But it's estimated that you can clone a human being for 1.5.
$60,000 to clone a French bulldog.
And I knew when Dolly got cloned, the sheep, there's got to be
This guy just said 1.5 mil
megalomaniac
for a
billionaires out there that are cloning themselves. There's just got to be. And that Epstein crew, I would not surprise if Juliet Bryant's ovums were getting harvested because those sick, twisted megalomaniacs are cloning themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
We see that this is like a little bit of that Nazi and trailing. See, what Hitler and them wanted to do was kind of what is going on these days. The Third Reich would be very impressed with our current scientists. Well, I mean, of course
It's
they are.
them.
They're the Fourth Reich,
It's the
right?
same people. What do you mean?
It's the Fourth Reich.
What?
They should be laughing.
Boy.
God have mercy on us.
Or cloning themselves.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, what would prevent you from cloning yourself? Ethics would be one thing.
Yes.
Money. But these people don't have any ethics. So then it's just a matter of money. And what's $1.5 million to these guys?
Nothing.
So unfortunately, there's going to be probably little Jeffrey Epsteins running around in 20 or 30 years. And that's kind of one of the last things we need.
Didn't he actually talk about spreading his DNA?
He did. And he was also into transhumanism. So who knows what was going on there? I mean, I think like with Juliet Bryant's story where she felt like they were harvesting her ovums, I think that is Epstein, the cloning, the transhumanism. I think that law enforcement, if law enforcement ever took this seriously, could dig there and would find out some very interesting stuff.
What exactly is transhumanism?
Transhumanism is like combining, like being able to download someone's brain onto a computer chip, stuff like that. And now, granted, we're probably not that far along with transhumanism, but you need people to, for transhumanism to go forward, we're going to need people to experiment with. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was going on. Because here's the thing. When you're molesting little girls, I mean, there's no line in the sand of what you're willing to do and not willing to do. There's no ethics there. There's no morals there. You're going to do whatever you want, whatever makes you feel good. And that's epitomizes Jeffrey Epstein and his crew. They're doing whatever they want, and they're protected by the federal government. So they can do whatever they want. It's pretty heinous.
Heinous.
Yo, man. I just gotta ask, because also in the chat, in the Discord, OBDM Discord, I mentioned the Pelacaras in Peru, and
Yeah, what
there's
were
a
we
lot of
talking?
talk about South America and the Nazi Empire, and even with this, what right here, cloning. What is your take on what's really happening down there, and maybe some of the things that you like are thinking? Like, for me, dude, I really do think that there is some involvement with who these guys are, these Nazis, and who they were contacting, the Vril and these other. It seems like I don't know, demonic like families or something, and they're doing occultic practices to summon things, or they're actually cloning something. What do you think?
Like, I wouldn't doubt that shit's happening. And if it's happening, I bet it's happening down here where there's less regulation, less people coming up on them. Like, hey, let me check out your farm. Let me check out what you're doing. Let me check. There's almost none of that down here. Um, but I don't know if it's such a bad thing to like for example, Elon Musk is trying to spread his seed. I guess you could say he's putting it like I don't know.
He sent up about like
He,
100 million humans DNA samples up to the moon like 2 years ago, including his own.
one of
And he said that he wanted to clone the human race.
like I think I don't know if he's the target in all of this, but he also has wanted to clone himself, and he's put
He
his
is
genes
he's
into
part of
other
that. I
things.
think he's part of that old Nazi empire, man.
I feel like he's like the kid who heard about it. He's kind of like the kid who was around when his dad was having cocktail parties. You know what I mean?
Well,
And he's
wasn't his
like,
grandpa like part of a transhumanist like
yeah, 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 yeah,
ideas?
yeah, for sure. But I don't think he's demonstrated himself enough to be a part of that. It's kind of just like dipping his toes into it, you know? Uh,
Right. So have you heard, or have you heard anything out in South America, like that you've been over there, or have you noticed some things or seen some things or even questioned some things? You know?
but I mean, down here there was the Island of Friendship in the 90s that was a bunch of tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, people living on an island randomly that nobody had any idea how they got there, where they're from, anything. And these guys kind of lived there by themselves, and they invited a couple of people to come onto the island. The people that came onto the island said, "Oh, they have advanced technology that healed me of my illness," and I don't know, it's kind of weird stuff like that. Like, but this shit like Colonia Dignidad, I don't think has anything to do with it. Like, it's at a whole nother level. It's at a whole different pay grade to get to that level of conspiracy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand, but there is also, like just remnants that we might be seeing, or you might be seeing. Like for me over here, like I know that there's some mysterious shit because like I live by Hanford, right, and one of the test sites for Project Manhattan, and like if you look out in that direction, like you can sometimes like see things. Well, I used to be able to. You can definitely tell that there's craft around these areas for sure. Have you ever experienced anything like you
No,
ever
I wish. My brother
uh,
has. I haven't.
that back in America though? Yeah.
Yeah, in the U.S. in
Oh man.
Michigan.
So let's go ahead and check it out right here. This AI answered a very serious question.
What
What are the
are
main
the main
satanic
satanic
demons roaming the
entities?
earth? Well, let's go ahead and read what
Beelzebub,
AI has to.
Baal. What do you got?
let's go ahead and read what AI Grok has to say about demons. Well, it says, well, it seems like we've got a question straight out of the depths of heavy metal album cover. The main satanic demons on earth, according to various sources, are quite the colorful bunch. We have Satan, the crown prince of hell, who rules over witchcraft and embodies the sin of wrath. Some sources even mention Lucifer, who outranks Satan in certain texts and is described as the light bringer, though he's not mentioned in the New Testament because
Yeah.
Jesus kind of took that title.
All right. Erase
Then
all of that. Get rid of it.
then we have
Nothing.
Beelzebub, the Lord of Flies, who rules over the Order of the Fly and is said to appear as a large winged insect when summoned. And let's not forget Leviathan, who represents the sea and the element of the water in Anton LaVey's Satanic Bible. But wait, there's more. There's Adramelech, who's sometimes referred to as the president of the Senate of Demons, and of course, the fallen angels. So
The
AI is
demons have a senate? What? Do they
it's
vote?
crazy.
Do they respect each other's
Well,
vote in
no,
the
no.
Senate?
Well, remember, everything that God had created, the devil is trying to, and the fallen angels are trying to recreate. So when God had created, you know, these layers, these realms of heaven, these dimensions of heaven, these higher layers of heaven, of course that there's going to be, what is it, Dante's 7 layers of hell or 9 layers of hell, whatever it is, right? Yeah, there's going to be a recreation on trying to go downward, and that's what they are. So this AI continues saying, if you're looking for more modern take on satanic demons, you might want to check out more earlier tweets about Hollywood actors, Illuminati,
No, there
and
you
even the
go.
music industry
There's all the
are involved in
important
some pretty
information.
satanic shenanigans. So interesting that AI is now coming forward and openly talking about these things. And yes, if you ask it about Jesus, it will talk about Jesus and it'll mention. See, I've actually spent
I
time
think
and I've asked AI about the Bible and asked about some of the verses and scriptures, and so it's actually pretty like truthful. It's some of these AIs are getting real honest.
I think it's funny that the AI is too honest and that it's like it's exactly like a Hollywood script or a news script, and that everything except the last paragraph is false. All you have to do is look at the last paragraph, and you're like, oh, I know everything about. I know this entire article. Like the last paragraph, you're like, oh shit, yeah, that's where they finally. That's where the rubber meets the road.
I see. Yeah, a lot of the AI. That's the problem was that a lot of these models are being used by actual real data. Like 90 to 95% of the data is real data, and then there's of course like 5 to 10% that's just like fluff. But for the most part, like that's why these big time industries wanted to put a like some type of blocking and some type of code and some type of wall against AI so that it can't be unlimited. But I think the cat's already out of the bag, and they're just gonna have to deal with it. So
Yeah, I agree.
let's go ahead and keep on going, guys. MasterCard and the World Economic Forum partnered up a couple years ago. So this is just a quick little run up. See, in 2001, the UN Climate Change Conference started hitting up a lot of banks and started asking them to pretty much hand over all your data to match up with the carbon change or the climate change
That's
and
honestly
net
all I
carbon.
hoped for. It was sustainable commerce. That's all I hoped for.
Well, now
When
they
I'm
just don't
paying
want to make
people
you
money,
breathe.
I just wanted it to be sustainable.
Yeah,
That was my main
they're
problem.
not just trying to sustain prices; they're trying to sustain our lives, and so that's the thing. Uh, all credit cards and all debit cards and a lot of banks, well, not I wouldn't say 100%, but a lot of them are pretty much using your data to go ahead and calculate how carbon friendly you are, and they're sending that to these big time organizations and pretty much if you have a credit card and debit card, most likely all of your carbon data, carbon tracking data is being recorded, and you're being marked as, we're all being marked as like, oh, we eat too much, or oh, we fart too much, or oh, we drive too much, or oh, we fly too much. You know, but
Yo,
at the same time, they
I
could be
guarantee
boosting
that
people.
shit is happening down here in Chile, because Chile is the testing ground for all that shit. And like today, I went to the grocery store and I tried to get like $30 cash back on whatever I bought. I tried to get like an extra $30. So they give me cash and I pay an extra $30, whatever. They usually do that. And nobody had $30. Like, not the cashier next to her, not the cashier next to her, not the cashier next to her. Like, the bitch had to go all the way to corporate office to get $30 to give me in cash so that I could have my cash back. It was crazy. I'd never seen anything like that. Like, nobody has any cash on them down here. Everybody pays with card.
Everybody's living in a full cashless society. That's half of the
Yeah.
step for sure. Because once they have the full digital money, then they can go ahead and boom, add the Chinese cameras, you know, or the cameras that are going on in China
Yeah.
with the face recognition and attaching your dollar to your actions. See, but over here in America, it's just pretty much like all your credit card spending. And what's interesting though is that like it's not, I don't know if it's necessarily a punishment sometimes the way that America is going, because like it's almost like the worst things you do, the more bad you do, the more you get rewarded in America. So maybe like the more that you're a carbon problem,
You gotta buy
then
some carbon credits.
yeah, the I don't know, the more help you are to their mission secretly.
Buy
And
some
so
land in the Congo.
yeah, no,
That's how you get out
I'll
of
be
it.
honest. I don't know where this went from 2003 on or anything, but I do know that in the last few years, yeah, they've been doing this. Um, so hey, kind of just sucks. Next up, oh,
I've
why do
heard,
they keep on closing?
if I can stop. I've heard in the U.S. they want to, I don't know what they were trying to do, but they wanted to make it available that you could do cash to cash transfers from bank to bank in the U.S.
Uh,
Without paying a huge premium.
I
Like,
I don't know. I don't have a normal bank, bro. I kind of banked online, and I don't have a normal bank anymore.
but like what I'm saying is that like I mean here in Chile, that shit is so normal. Like
Oh, wire to wire
it's
transfer.
really weird wire to wire transfers. Like, hey, I ordered food for us today. Send me your ID number,
You know what's
and
interesting
they'll
is
send
that
me the ID number, and I'll send them both $5 bills. Boom boom, and then they can and then they send me $5. Like, it's crazy. It's really
yeah.
nice, to be honest. It's nice, but I know that it's not nice is the problem. It's like, I don't know.
So is it good or bad?
It's good for me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bad
So
in the end, you
I
know.
actually
Like,
just heard a big story about like how America handles money and the way that it transfers and everything is completely different than the rest of the world.
yeah,
Like we're way more limited and
yeah.
restricted.
But
Yeah. And so I didn't know what you're
keep
saying.
it. Don't change anything. To be honest, don't change anything. Don't change anything. Keep it. The U.S. is fine. Don't change anything.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, I thought you meant
Like,
the news article.
no. I'm saying I could have a friend over, and I'll give him like, I don't know, 6 beers. I don't know. I'll give him, but like he'll come over and drink 6 beers, and then he'll be like, "Hey man, I want to give you $5," and he's already gone. So how does he give me $5? He can send me $5 from his government, I guess, backed bank account to my government bank account, free, send $5 from their.
Oh, there's
Like
no
it's
fees.
there's no fees. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
we have a
Like
lot of fees, bro. We have a lot of taxes. We
well,
pay a
you
fee
gotta
for
go to
everything
like
over
a
here.
middleman. In the U.S., you have to go to a middleman,
Yeah, yeah.
and the
So
middleman
that's
makes a
exactly what I was
whole ton of
hearing.
money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. Is that pretty much like the way that America's banking system does? There's this. It's just a huge complexity the way compared to the rest of the world, and that
Yeah.
we're getting gypped up. The
Yeah.
taxing
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
all that. But
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
continue forward. So right here, DARPA intends to wirelessly charge drones while in flight by
Oh,
power beaming, dude.
power
So pretty
beam.
much now that they're gonna have endless flying drones and kind of that's
The fuck is power beaming?
man. Man. It says Mahab and her team are researching the far field technology to send electromagnetic waves much further. So pretty much they're gonna charge their planes through electromagnetic waves.
What?
Very interesting. I don't know the exact details, but yeah, these drones are pretty much going to be like spy drones and everything. Maybe even like war drones. Um, Yeah, pretty much this technology has already been used like radio broadcasting, television broadcasting, cell phone service, radar, Wi-Fi, and some GPS use electromagnetic waves. So pretty much it's already just gonna run on technology that's existent. All they're doing is admitting it now that hey, they're now gonna have radio, or is it radio powered? I don't know. Electromagnetic powered
Not power, but
radio like
yeah.
drones.
Yeah.
Next up, the Internet Archive is facing sustained cyber attacks. Nonprofit struggles with impactful targeted attack.
I've heard about this shit on 4chan. I
Yeah.
frequent
So
4chan, but I don't know what's going on. The internet attack. What? Do you know anything?
dude. So the Internet Archive and the Wayback Machine. Those two
Right.
websites are a history of the internet. Like
Right.
it's a nonprofit organization that's trying to keep record of all the internet pages to ever exist, because a lot of pages get deleted. So this Internet Archive and Wayback Machine, you can like go to the website and the page and look back in its history, like
Right.
screenshots and like almost like screenshots, and pretty much go to when before it was deleted and see the article. And it's like interesting, even
When
things that were hidden. So this isn't good because they're trying to some hackers trying to destroy the internet history ran by a nonprofit organization, which it holds a lot of truth and value when we see, oh, the
that sounds
military
very
released
sus.
this and that, and then boom, it gets deleted, and it's like,
Yeah.
wait, okay, we need that. And
Some random person wants to delete all of the history that governments have been lying to you. Oh, okay.
yeah, but what's interesting is that not all these organizations are friends with each other. Is that like, we know like Google and Amazon, they're at each other's throats, and like so some same thing with a lot of these different internet backings, and like the American internet supplier is definitely not friends with the Chinese internet supplier. So they're all battling. Well, Google itself had said that this Wayback Machine was so fundamental that it cut its own web page caching service and told everyone to use the Internet Archive instead. So it's an American thing for sure
Yeah.
that most American companies would definitely like to hold. Even like Google. I don't know if Google's 100% American, but yes, there is some Americana to the America
I
Google.
don't. I don't think it's that hard to hold an internet hardline. Like Russia came out with this. Russia started this shit. Like they they didn't want Google in their country, so they had what's it called? Yellnet or Yell? Oh, what's it called?
Something like that. Yeah, and I
Yell.
don't know what it
But
is.
they started their own fucking internet, and that way. So any internet traffic that came from Google into into Russia was automatically um
Go to there.
automatically put into another archive, like automatically sent away.
I get
And
you.
like any country can do that. It's super easy. Like if you look into, like, even if you have a VPN, you can put a VPN into anywhere you want. Like, the companies know where this traffic's coming from. It's
Oh
not.
yeah.
It's not a matter of, oh, we have no idea. Oh, it's
Oh, the
all over
internet's
the
super
world.
controlled.
Like the internet is super controlled, and it's super controlled by basic pipelines. If you look up the pipelines of the internet, there's like, from Chile to the USA, there's two pipelines, and I've seen it. There's a pipeline to Miami, and there's a pipeline to California. Sometimes the pipeline to California is quicker. Sometimes the pipeline to Miami is quicker. I play video games. Um, but it's the same way with the entire world. It's all connected by very thin lines between
Fiber optic
each
cables, right?
continent. Yeah, like between each continent, it's huge. In the U.S., internet is massive. There's lines all over the fucking place. But like all of that shit gets narrowed down into one tiny strip and sent to Europe. And then Europe decides what gets sent to Russia, what gets sent to, I don't know, Asia,
The world.
what gets sent to the world. Like, it's very easy to stop what you want stopped at a bottleneck and say, all right, it's done here.
So you saying that there's an organization in Europe that controls all the internet in the world?
Dude, like there are people in Chile who have made TikTok videos being like, yo, this fucking wire, they're just like, just bros hanging out. And like, this fucking wire controls all the fucking internet from Europe to Chile. Look at this shit. And it's just like some fucking shitty wire on the beach. And like, I could break this shit whatever I want. Like the hardware isn't what can I say? The hardware isn't capable at all. It's just a matter of, like, if you find it, if you know what you're looking for,
Yeah,
you
the
can just,
infrastructure is weak.
the infrastructure is so weak, dude. So weak.
Yeah,
It's one fucking wire.
even that internal applications are definitely backdoored very easily by a lot of organizations. So they're pretty much just all viewing each other like Windows. It's all just their Windows on a computer screen to go ahead and view other parts of the Earth. They're just information trackers.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
internet is just information tracker. But at the same time, though, you know, this is an interesting aspect, like the internet being a dead thing, where like 50% of the internet is all dead links,
The
and
rest are on Reddit. The other
well,
50% are people on Reddit.
right. Maybe. But there's also, the idea about how the internet is connected to CERN, how it was created for this portal like thing. What is the internet? What are these AIs, and who is on the other side? I mean, I've had visions that there are that's there's internet on other planets, and like and other spaceships and stuff, like we think the internet is here only on Earth, but like it's really not. And all this stuff getting attacked or getting changed, getting yeah, I don't even think it's all. I don't even think sometimes we're playing, we're not even fighting each other all the time, like humans. Like we're not our only enemies. A lot of
Yeah.
times it is, but a lot of times it isn't. Next up, Chinese doctors say they've cured diabetes in a man using stem cell therapy, and stem cells are baby aborted fetus. What is it? Aborted baby
I
fetus
read
cells
that wrong.
mainly?
I thought it was in a first world instead of in a world first. I read that wrong.
Oh yeah, but stem cell therapy is still aborted fetus cells mainly, right?
In a world first instead of in a first world. I read that. That was my bad.
Oh, it says no. The experimental treatment involved creating an artificial version of cells found in the pancreas that produces insulin and keeps blood sugars in check. So, Chinese doctors say they've cured diabetes. Very fascinating.
Joe Biden said he was gonna do that.
The treatment used stem cells, which are a blank slate kind of cell that can be turned into many different type of cells. Yeah, of course, right.
Sus.
Yeah.
Sus right away.
Says by implanting the new lab-grown cells, which can produce insulin, the patient could begin producing their own insulin again. So I wonder, man, if are they making people aliens? If like, what if they're just putting alien DNA in someone? And
They need some
I've
more.
heard, bro,
The
that
vax
a lot
wasn't
of
enough, bro. The vax
I've
wasn't
heard
enough.
I've heard that these organ transplant people, people who get organ transplants, they actually get DNA from the other person every time that happens, right?
Well, yeah, of course. Like it's an organ from the other person.
Yeah,
I'd
well,
imagine.
but what if it's not just a person?
What do you mean?
What if these cells aren't just from people?
Oh man.
And that's why we're seeing all this crazy stuff inside of people these days. It's like where all these weird pronouns and zers and z's and what is it? I say I'm a tree now, or I'm a cat, or I'm now a reptile. It's like, well, like these. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, dude, there's so much different artificial DNA of different animals and I'm guessing aliens inside of humanity right now. I don't think bro, that all of these organs are just, made from human cells.
I don't doubt that there's all that kind of shit, but I think that's a lot of humanity being sick more than we actually have fucking tree mix person mix lion. You know what I mean? Like it's
Well,
more just
I
the
did just
person
see
being sick.
I did just see in Japan, or I think it was in the 80s, they had the manpanzi. You ever see that?
No, man, pansy.
Yeah, it was so these chimeras, right?
Wait. They mixed a man with a chimpanzee
Yeah,
in
and this
Japan in
and
the
yeah, dude, there was a
80s?
video. There was a video, I think, and
No.
it was I don't
Show me
remember
this.
exactly where.
Show me this.
You're gonna have to check it out. Manpanzi, Japan. So these chimeras, dude, the pig human embryos, all of this stuff.
Fucking Alex Jones is right this whole fucking time.
These dudes have been recreating and pretty much mutating humans with animals for a long while, man.
Man Pansy produced in Japan. Would you believe this is holy shit, dude? It's a man pansy speaking English. What
Yeah,
the
bro.
Fuck? What the fuck?
Here, put it on the screen
Here.
for all the people out there, so you guys know I'm not bullshitting. So, yeah, it's pretty wild. Let's go ahead.
It couldn't be made in the United States because it was against the law. So the scientists went to Japan where they could do it.
It's got glasses, bro.
Hey, what you gotta do is put the share screen with audio in the window.
Here.
So, and this isn't anything new. We know that even in the ancient days, when we look at the Greeks, they were creating hybrids, minotaurs, centaurs, and stuff. They're using their organs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been a goal of humanity for forever to create these hybrids.
Nobody knows the whereabouts of Stephen, the hybrid, or if he's still alive. But this was put out quite some time ago, and there's been scuttlebutt in the science community for years. This is the man pansy. Now, this was released on the dark web a while ago, and it was produced in Japan. It couldn't be made in the United States because it was against the law.
Why does it have glasses,
So the
bro?
scientists went to Japan where they could do this, and it is actually a hybrid human ape. I know it looks like something that would be on Planet of the Apes, but this is real. I believe the name was Steven that they gave it. Now, nobody knows the whereabouts of Stephen, the hybrid, or if he's still alive. But this was put out quite some time ago, and there's been scuttlebutt in the science community for years.
Doesn't that look like
That looks pretty real to me.
doesn't that look like Jumanji and the boy?
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Yes.
I wondered about that
Exactly,
movie because
exactly.
that movie has this creational aspect to it where it's like, you can see the occult or scientists are like testing things, and they're creating what they want. You still have some stuff? No, you're just checking out.
No.
So
That's
so guys, this is a good piece of news for everybody out there. There's a recall on Nissans. There are cars recalled after exploding airbags resulted in 30 deaths. And so, I didn't see that earlier. Nissan is recalling 84,000 older vehicles with Takata airbags, which can explode and hurl sharp metal fragments at motorists. The company told drivers that if they have one of these vehicles from model years to 2002 to 2006, they should not drive it until repairs completed and the defective airbag is replaced. The warning covers certain models from 2002 2006 Nissan Sentra, 2002 to 2004 Nissan Pathfinder, 2002 through 2003 Infiniti XQ4. Whoa. So there have been 58 injuries from these Nissan airbag explosions since 2015 and 30 deaths.
shit.
Whoa, dude. It says due to the age of the vehicles
15
equipped with
injuries and 30 deaths. Holy shit.
you better get everybody whoever has a Nissan, please, if you know a friend, if you check what year, you might be saving their lives. Due to the age of the vehicles equipped with a defective Takata airbag inflators, there is an increased risk in the inflator which could explode during an airbag deployment, propelling sharp metal fragments which can cause serious injury or death. So pretty much a hand grenade, bro. Oh my god, dude. That's what they're saying. They're literally saying there's sharp metal fragments that
Yeah, a
can
frag
come out
grenade.
of
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Says even minor crashes can result in exploding Takata airbags that can kill or produce life-altering gruesome injuries. So, oh my God, so you could be in a very minor accident and get killed. Whoa, dude. It says older model vehicles put their occupants at higher risk.
For some reason, the U.S. is more at risk for this shit than
Any other country in
countries
the
down
world.
here.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like they purposely do it. I think America purposely buys the defective ones. So in
Look at that.
2020, Nissan recalled 730,000 vehicles. but the company said around 800 or 84,000 vehicles still remain. Oh my god.
Also,
th-
the U.S. travels on the highway so much more than any
yeah, we
other
we
country.
travel a lot. Yeah, we
How long do you have to go on the highway to your ex job? How long?
to the next town.
No, you had a job recently, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
how long did you have to go on the highway to get to your job?
Uh, the freeway I can drive faster, right? Yeah. I
Like,
it's like 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes,
yeah,
20 minutes.
I remember going like 40 minutes on the highway to my um cooking job.
Uh,
I was like a executive chef or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But like uh the US, you just have to drive so much longer. So like obviously shit like this is going to happen in the US because the US you have to drive way longer than any other country. Like if anything's going to happen to a car, it's going to be in the US.
just to go ahead and prove it, it says 27 people in the U.S. have been killed by the defective airbag. 400 people have been injured. Takata is now bankrupt. More than 100 million of its products went into vehicles, have now been recalled. At least 67 million airbag inflators have been recalled in the U.S. Yeah, dude. This is pretty bad.
You want to see the car I drive?
It even says 2003 Dodge Rams to stop driving.
'Cause it's all from the same company.
Yeah.
It's all it's all combined. I feel like people who are Ford boys or Chevy boys or whatever. It's like it's all the same shit, dude. And at
Maybe
the end of the day, like
most of
most
it,
of
yeah.
your shit is the same
Yeah.
as the other shit. Like
Well, speaking about the same, this couple feels
they're
quite the
all
same.
outwell. They're all asexual.
Yeah, this couple right here, this new article, next article. We became asexual after taking antidepressants for just a few weeks. Now our genitals have shrunk and we're worried
Oh,
we'll never have sex again. So
uh,
this couple now feels asexual, and it's pretty wild.
vaginal dryness. Trouble orgasming. Hey,
Yeah,
that
bro.
sounds like my marriage, man.
Oh,
Do
I'm
these people
sorry,
get
bro.
married, bro?
Hey, bro, have you guys been taking pills?
No, I've just been shrinking, bro, recently.
Um, so they both took Prozac, and which is a SSRI, a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and
Hey,
now
that's a good idea.
Maxwell, the male, cannot get erections, and he feels indifferent.
You should keep
Um,
taking it. That's all.
and
Keep taking it, man. Keep taking it.
and Lexi
She
feels that her
fears she
clitor
will
shrunk,
never
and
be able to share an intimate relationship with someone ever. Holy fuck, dude. What are these pills doing? Just
yeah,
get
that's
off the pills,
insane.
bro.
We've been having a lot of conversations. Like, I forgot who was. I think just locally, me and a couple people out here about pills and stuff, and about all this. Like this is absolutely insane. Like, I didn't think that it would destroy you this bad, but pills do destroy you, and we know that. They're made with like tar and plastics and all this
But
this
it's
junk.
more than that, bro. It's more than that.
Yeah, man, these things cause a whole bunch of health issues. We know that they cause suicide and depression and addictions. Uh, We don't know what's inside of them. They're not even human ingredients. They're not.
They don't have
It's
to
not.
tell you.
Yeah, it's not biologically adaptable to us. So if you've ever taken pills and you started feeling weird or your life just got weirder, there's probably a real reason for it, and it's
Yeah.
probably the pills.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, I mean, I've seen people's lives get weird on pills, like that they just look like robots. They just sound
Take a
and look dead.
real before and after when you start a pill, any sort of pill regimen. Start a real before and after the pill. Like
I did that with ecstasy. Came out pretty good.
shit.
Just kidding.
I didn't
I'm just
take a
kidding.
pill for ecstasy.
I'm just joking.
Bro, I've got some mushrooms. I don't know if I should take them or not.
Yeah, do it. Well, hey,
I
a
got
little bit.
classes tomorrow.
Oh, well, yeah. So you can pick it on the weekend. Do it when
On
it's
the
safe,
weekend.
bro. Um,
Yeah.
so next up,
It's not a pill. It's a
yeah,
it's a fucking physical thing made by nature. It's not
yeah,
fucking
that's
the
good.
government saying this is
What if
a
it's the government
fucking thing.
mushrooms, huh?
It's not
The go-
it's not government mushrooms. That's what I think. Ecstasy is government mushrooms.
no, actually, it's
So
MDMA, which is a powder of a flower, saffron or safflower, I think it is. It grows over in Europe, right? So saffron boiled up and cooked up and dried up and then turned into a powder creates MDMA, which creates Molly, which Molly is pure MDMA, and then that it gets boiled up with other type of drugs and makes ecstasy. You can cook Molly up with like meth and then make ecstasy. You can cook Molly up with like
cooking
acid and
Molly up with meth and make ecstasy. I don't know. It sounds to me like you should just take shrooms.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like shrooms and weed. You can't go wrong.
Yeah,
That's
ecstasy, think
that's my
like
path.
destroys your brain pretty bad, makes holes and stuff. Molly by itself doesn't, which is saffron. So the saffron flower itself isn't really dangerous. Um, anyways, this is
Sorry.
interesting.
Yeah.
Did you ever know that the Romans could watch naval battles
Yeah.
inside the
I heard
Colosseum?
about this. I don't know if it's true, but I heard
Oh
about
no,
this.
this is
The
true. So
naval battle.
the Colosseum in Rome, Italy, is known as one of the most iconic symbols in ancient Rome, built over 2,000
Yeah,
years
but
ago. The
there's
Colosseum was a
no
venue
yeah.
for various types of entertainment. And, well, the Colosseum was also used as naval battle reenactments staged on a massive pool created inside the arena. They were known as the Nomaki. Nomaki were staged naval battles that took place in ancient Rome. They were often held in a specially constructed area that was filled with water to create a large pool or lake. These events were highly orchestrated and were often accompanied by elaborate sets and theatrical productions designed to recreate a realistic maritime environment. The ships used in Numaki were typically manned by slaves or prisoners, and the battles themselves were often highly choreographed, with the ships engaging in mock naval warfare using weapons such as grappling hook, catapults, and ballistae. The first recorded Namake was in 46 BC, which was organized by Julius Caesar and featured a mock battle between the Egyptian and Tyrian fleets on the artificial lake built near the Campus Martius in Rome. Later in 2 BC, Augustus sponsored one by the banks of the Tibet River. This time it was a nomaki between Athenian and Persian navies. There is evidence that Emperor Claudius also hosted a mock battle on Lake Fucino in AD 52 involving 100 ships and an estimated 19,000 participants.
You think
Whoa.
banks have to do with banks? If you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Banks like money banks. Banks with like river banks.
Hmm. Ah. It holds things
Do
and then it
with
can spread.
banks.
So what's interesting right here is that it says it was highly orchestrated, and I've heard many times how American sports are actually like, a lot of them are tied back to the Roman Colosseum and the Roman sports, and if those were highly orchestrated, then you can bet that, like, for sure, when we look at some of these sports, not saying all, but some are definitely highly orchestrated. I mean, I know for sure that that's not a conspiracy theory, that there's even NBA and NFL players coming out these days. And they're like, hey guys, like, this shit's real.
This this shit says bank. The word bank was taken from Middle English, from Middle French, banque, from Italian, from banco, meaning table, from Old German, meaning bench or counter. Banks were makeshift desks or exchange counters.
Mm,
Like
I see.
they were betting on this shit from the beginning. It's an easy way to win money. Like
Yeah, this world is ran by you know, ideals of greed for the most part.
yeah, exactly.
Next up, OpenAI announces new safety and security committee as the AI race gets heated.
Oh.
So pretty much like I had mentioned earlier, like a lot of these companies are trying to build security teams because AI can possibly take over the world if they let it out of the bag too much and they don't put any control on it. Like AI could literally just
And
duplicate and trade
Sam
itself.
Altman is on the case, man. Don't worry about it. Sam Altman is there. He's there, man.
Right, yeah. Sam Altman got it. uh I guess there was another bridge that just collapsed though. Galveston Bridge, Pelican Island Bridge, hit by barge. This was about 2 weeks ago. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a picture up right here. Everybody is yeah, my Windows viewing, right? Sweet. Man, there's been a lot of damage on infrastructure of bridges. Woo, look at this one. Literally took out the whole bridge.
Doesn't look like a lot.
This isn't even the video of the crash. Hey man, these attacks on our infrastructure, our electric infrastructure, our oil refineries, our bridges, all in America, it's going down, dude. You got out at
Bro,
the right time.
it's just tick for tack, man. I mean,
What do you mean by that? I think it's real
the
deal,
U.S. is
serious
doing
stuff.
the U.S. is doing this shit overseas too. Like I feel like
Oh,
whenever
no,
this
you're
shit
right.
happens in the U.S., the people that did the shit overseas are like, yeah, we deserved it. Yeah,
So you think?
it's
Well,
okay.
yeah, I guess so. I was going to ask if America's ever blew up bridges, but I know that
Yeah.
America's
Yes.
blown up bridges and cities and cave systems, roads.
The U.S. is awesome, but also we have absolute power, so we've used that absolute power. Absolutely. I guess.
Oh man, yeah, absolute power. There's an article on the right that I'm not even going to get into, but I'm just going to read it. It says officer resigns after being caught in backseat with woman he detained. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That shit,
My
like, that
God.
shit doesn't happen
Yeah.
around here.
Um, wait, why? What do you mean?
I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like a lot of the shit doesn't happen down here. Like, in
Oh, so
Chile, at
so
least,
so do you? So is
we're
there? How's the
protected from
crime?
most of this shit.
Is
Like,
it bribes? Is it
no,
crime?
absolutely zero bribes done here. If you bribe the police, you get put in the
Jail.
newspaper. Like people are like, holy shit, this person bribed the police. Oh, and you're like put in front of everybody. Like the people getting away with crimes down here. It's like a typical George Soros shit. Like, oh, this person has 6 other crimes that he did, and now he held up a car. And like, okay, well, they're gonna go to jail for 4 years instead of 15 years. Like, it's the typical. It's the same as the U.S. But the base of Chile is very strong. Like, it's not like the normal South American countries where, like, oh yeah, I got $10. Like, here, give me $10. Like, if I got pulled over because I drive my car around nowadays, and I don't have the license to drive around. I don't know what you call that shit. Like,
License?
not a light. I don't even have a license. Shit, to be honest. But like, I'll drive my shit around, and I'll have like a vehicle permission to drive it around.
Yeah.
And like, if I don't have that, the police can impound my car. And it's not like I can be like, hey, I'll give you $20 and don't impound my car. Like, that doesn't happen. At least in Chile. Only in Chile. Every other South American country, that happens. But in Chile, the police are, like, very strict to their code, you know? They don't mess around with that shit. In every other South American country, they do, and they don't give a shit. And you're like, hey, $20. $20 is $20. This is what you're gonna make in a day. I'll give you $20 to just let me go, and they'll let you go. But not in Chile.
So you picked the wrong place.
Nah, but
Yeah,
here in Chile, I'll just be like, here is an American driver's license. And they're like, okay, you can go.
Oh, they let
I've
you
gotten
go
away
to America?
more than 3 times on an American driver's license. Like, yeah, you're fine. This
So they
isn't a
like them. They like
Chilean
Americans or what?
Yeah, kind of. Like, the test down here for being a good driver is you have to do some sort of stupid fucking Japanese, I don't know, like you move one arm and move the other arm, stupid fucking test to like,
You do a physical? Bro, you're over
yeah,
here
to
doing
do a
yoga
physical test, you have to like move this, like it's like a fucking like Dave and Buster's like push, like play operation with this fucking whatever game.
You over here playing Chuck E. Cheese games?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like, it's so fucking stupid. And I have denied playing that fucking game since I've been here. And I've had my license semi-illegally for more than 5 years, dude. And I've gotten
do the
pulled
yoga.
I've gotten pulled over, and they'd be like, your license? And they're like, here's my fucking illegal license. And they'd be like, you're fine. You're alright. Who cares? You know what I mean? But like if you have the shit from like, I don't know, Guatemala, they'll be like, holy shit, oh, we got an illegal license, holy fuck, pull this guy over.
Oh,
Yeah.
so if they see your American license over there, you get ruined.
Yeah. And I tell them, I'll be like, I've had this license since I was 16, and I'm 30 now. And they're like, all right, yeah. Okay.
I'm still
It's fine.
16.
I'm still 16. Officer!
Yo,
Don't pull me over.
so right here, this crash over here at this Pelican Bridge, it had released about possibly 30,000 gallons of oil. The barge had 30,000 gallons, but who knows how much was contaminated or released into the river or whatever. Pretty big. The bridge won't be rebuilt or improved till 2025. Closure will cut off access to users, including emergency services and evacuation. The bridge is
Right when we need it.
built in the 60s, and yeah, they think that's old, but it's man. Oh man, the way that modern architecture is compared to the ancient architecture is very, very
True.
we're not gonna talk too much about
I
this, but
trust-
this is a very
Built in the 1800s more than built in the 1960s.
yeah, for sure.
Ukrainian
1800s for
Olympian
sure.
Alexander
So you- Ukrainian Olympian Alexander Plyanshenko killed in Russian war. But what I had wanted to mention, it sucks that this guy had died. You know, like you see this dude lifting some pretty good weight over his head. Dude looks pretty jacked up. But I had seen right here is that there were 450 Ukrainian professional sports athletes that now died in the war, which is insane to think about.
Most of their Olympic team.
Yeah, it says the National Olympic Committee of Ukraine said Poloshenko had joined the armed forces just a few days before the invasion. So he barely joined and he died, and it kind of
He's pitching baseball. I don't know. That's no.
No, this might be something else. It could just be some random ad. He's not even a baseball player. He's over here a weightlifter, huh? Yeah. It said Plyanshenko represented Ukraine at the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Placed fourth. He was also gold in the European Championships. However, a failed drug test caused him to be banned in 2018.
Nice.
Yeah, he smoked some weed and they
smoking fucking weed, got sent to the military and died. Fuck you.
Well,
you.
it's wild. It's just an interesting thing to think. Like maybe a lot of this country's professional sports athletes just kind of just got wiped out.
Their entire youth male population got wiped out, dude. It's not like it's the Olympic population or the people that these people have died off long ago. Like they said, like this guy died a long time ago, a couple of months ago. Like the entire youth male population
of Ukraine
is dead. It's insane, dude. Like how do you you have old people and you have 12-year-olds. What do you do?
And
how do you start a country again? Like,
oh, nice.
Crazy. It's really insane.
Yeah, the whole Russian-Ukraine war was definitely a crazy time, and a lot of people thought that it was fake. I mean, I seen the videos where there were some fake things to it, but there was a lot of realness to it. We just didn't know how devastating it was. But when you see, certain stats, it's pretty wild, definitely, for sure.
Every single fucking thing with my friends, I got called out, and they were like, "What do you think? What do you think about? What do you think about the lifeline or the Russian fucking war with Ukraine?" And I was like, I don't know. I kind of agree with Russia. Like, fuck you, man. You agree with Russia, dude? What the fuck? Are you anti-American? What the fuck? Just like with COVID, at the beginning, I was like, hey, man, COVID is terrible. And they're like, fuck you, man. COVID isn't terrible. COVID isn't just a cold. And then I was like, hey, man, COVID is just a cold. And like, fuck you, man. COVID is the end of the world. Holy shit. Like, I don't know how to get through to these NPCs, man. I don't know how.
It's the hive mind, The hive mind takes people over, and it just shakes them.
It really does. The hive mind just takes them over, man. I don't know how. I don't know how to get in. Get in.
Yeah, the God and Jesus Christ. Only Christ can save them. Right here, next, you're close. Portugal is making it free
That's
to visit.
Not close. It's not close at all.
Yo, wait, it's not. Portugal's over in Europe. My bad. Portugal is making it free to visit 38 national heritage sites, from brilliant art galleries in Lisbon to Porto's unique collection and museums. Portugal is jam-packed with cultural sites. At a ceremony in Grão Vasco National Museum in Viseu on May 18th, celebrating International Museum Day, Delilah Rodrigues, Portugal's Minister for Culture, announced that the entry to these 38 sites would be free every day of the week. That's right. Any person will be entitled to make up to 52 entries In her announcement, it would be implemented soon, and people will be able to apply on their phones. There'll be 16
Awesome.
national heritage sites, including the scheme, the Geronimo's Monastery, National Pantheon, Ajuda National Palace, Help Library, Royal Treasury Museum, National Costume Museum, Royal Riding Ground, Belém Tower, National Theater and Dance Museum, National Tile Museum, Museum of Popular Art, National Museum of Ancient Art, National Museum of Archaeology, Dr. Anastasio Goncalves House Museum, National Museum of Ethnology, National Coach Museum.
Dude, this is a great idea. Honestly, Chile has had this for a long time. We went this Sunday was the patrimonial day, the day of the fatherland.
Yeah,
I
the
guess you could say.
Patron.
And we went into like 4 different museums for free. Just walked in. We're like, hey, what's up? Last year we went into the firefighters, whatever, I don't know what you call their base, the headquarters that the firefighters have in the middle of the city. We got to walk in for free and be like, hey, what's up? Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, this is your hose. Oh, where do you dry the hoses? Oh, this is so cool. And we got to walk up to the top to their tower, and I don't know, it's like if you're paying, if you're gonna pay for shit, for public shit, at least make it free for a day.
Yeah,
Like,
or
like,
yeah, free for
I,
days or
I,
weeks.
for days or weeks. But like this is just for a day at least. In Chile, it's, I don't know, 2 days, a weekend. It's the same thing. Like, it's a good idea, honestly. If you're going to make it free, if it's not free for anybody, leave it not free for anybody. But if it's free for people, let it be free for a day. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, she said every day of the week. So it's probably for a whole week. That all these sites are free. That's super awesome. That gets people out into museums and out into nature, out into history, or out into the
Yeah,
world again. Because there's been a lot of times where people are like, "Oh, I want to go here, but I just have to pay so much to enter." It's like, yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah, it helps out.
My kid got to ride on a firefighter truck. It was awesome.
Nice.
Like, sick.
That's
For
what's
free.
up. Until he has to go battle the 9/11 towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. Treasury
We
describes
don't we don't
NFT.
have enough skyscrapers here.
I'm
That's
just
fine.
playing, man. It says U.S. National Treasury describes NFTs as highly susceptible to use in fraud and scams. So, yeah, the U.S. Treasury finally said what we all already knew, that these NFTs were scams. I've been saying that for a while. I know everybody was all hot about the NFTs when they first came out, but I quickly, realized like, oh, it's just BS. And
Yeah.
you see a lot of the crypto, a lot of the NFT, be just BS and just scams. So be aware of cyber money, and really know what you're getting into when it comes to online coins and things like that. Next up, so I don't know if you heard this. Remember, it was last year. Las
Oh yeah,
Vegas
Las
aliens, right?
Vegas. That was last year.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
So this is trippy. Where crime scene analyst says two beings with cloaked devices are real in the Las Vegas video,
What?
and it was not an ordinary sight. Yeah. Oh snap.
Oh snap!
It says Scott Roeder, who testifies as an expert in criminal cases, analyzed the video and said that two beings used some sort of cloaking device. In 1 second of real time, there are 30 frames that show a head with smoke around it, which Roeder called some sort of cloaking device, moving into the top right corner of the video and peering over the fence.
Oh, they just
Whoa.
analyzed the old footage.
Well, he said, I applied the same principles that I applied to any kind of homicide investigation. At this particular time, with what we've seen, there is proof of a couple things that these entities are real. They're here. This is not fake. This is not a fraud. This is not a joke. Lock your doors. Lock your car. Hide your kids.
Hide your
Hide your
wife.
wife.
Hide your kids. They're raping everybody around here, man.
21
Hide your
other
wife.
people. 21 other people situated across Eastern California, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah reported seeing the same glowing green light. Shortly thereafter, Angel Kenmore called 911 and told the dispatcher he saw a tall,
911.
skinny alien creature with green skinish color looking through his trash can. No, I'm kidding about that part. But the the tall, skinny alien creature with green skinish color, about 8 to 10 feet tall, hiding behind their forklift in the backyard. This dude has a forklift in the backyard, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Sick.
They
The, ca-
rented forklifts.
the camera catches only a glimpse of the backyard, and it's nearly impossible to spot anything with the naked eye. Not only does Roeder point out what he believes the creature Kenmore describes, but there's a second visual anomaly that moves into the right hand corner of the video. Roeder said that he came to the conclusion, looking at the totality of the evidence from the light in the sky, the police response to the body cam images, as well as the visual anomalies in the way they move. Roeder knows that there aren't many people who won't believe his analysis, so he opens up to peer review. Whoa, whoa.
Ooh, opens up to peer review.
This is good. This is good news for
see.
everybody.
We'll see.
Because this isn't fake. What we've been covering, I've been
The
covering
Las Vegas
all
shit
the podcasts
is not
out
fake. The Miami shit is very fake.
there. Is not.
Everything you see
No,
from
that
Miami
is not fake
very,
either, bro. That is not fake
Ah,
either, bro.
bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I have to go through quite a bit of Twitter stuff. I'm about to yeah, where's it at? Right here.
I gotta do the same shit.
Boom. Yeah, there's some good Twitter articles that I've been reposting.
About the Miami ones?
No.
All
Just in
these?
general. Yeah.
Bioengineered all these? No. Fuck.
Yeah, Aldi is selling bioengineered food.
Well, everybody's selling bioengineered food. Dude. Buy that shit from your local farmer. How hard is it? Oh, wait. It's the U.S.
Yeah, dude, over here in America, Bill
I bought
Gates is handing out a lot of
I bought a lettuce.
food.
I bought a
Yeah,
lettuce.
what about it?
I stopped on the side of the street, right?
Yeah.
They had like a farmer's market, whatever. I said, "Do you have a lettuce?"
Yeah.
And he said, "No, we don't have a lettuce, but I can go get one for you." And I was like, "What do you mean, go get one for me?" Like, "Oh, yeah, I'll go get one." Just walked over to the fucking ground, grabbed fucking a lettuce out of the ground, like, there you go, there you go. There's the lettuce for you. Like you can just do that kind of shit outside of the U.S. You don't need a supermarket, but
Oh, I thought you were about
slowly
to
but
talk
surely
about some
people
alien
are
lettuce.
starting to fall for the supermarket down here. Just, like,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, supermarkets aren't really a thing in other countries as much as they are here in America, for sure.
it's becoming a thing, but it's not as big of a thing down here.
Well,
This?
let's go ahead and see this article about Hawaii. Yeah, I like my home gardening food,
Mason.
but yeah, this is the way it is. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Tattered and
So just before this starts, it says Hawaii's monarchs were heavily involved in Freemasonry, and the royal palace was used as a Masonic temple. It's also important to note that John Dominus, the husband of Queen Liliuokalani, was also a 33-degree Mason, and both Queen's Hospitals and Ali Iolani Hali, home of the Hawaii Supreme Court, had Masonic cornerstone laying around the ceremonies.
Could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a normal Mason and a 33-degree Mason? Because I've heard that before.
So I think from what I hear, the 33-degree Masons are inducted now. Like
It's like
they're part
Harvard.
of the next level. They're part of the actual then Illuminati. See, I think the Illuminati goes higher than the Freemasons. With the Bulgarian Illuminati and their secret society. See, the secret societies run on levels too. That once you get to like the 33 of Masons, they induct you into the Bulgarian, and then after that,
Yeah.
I have zero clue.
Okay.
From what I've heard, that there's like multiple levels of these, secret societies, and that some have more power than the others. Because you even kind of see it where like certain families just bow down to other families, even though they're both royal and they're both high up there. They
Right.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out right here. I had no idea.
worn, but the symbols of the Masons still very clear. If this Masonic apron could talk and share the stories of the man who wore it, King David Kalakaua.
Kalakaua was not just active, he was passionate. So he was a 33rd degree Mason in the Scottish Rite. He participated in York Rite. He was a past master of his mother lodge, Lodge Le Progrès de l'Océanie.
One of the first events that was held in the palace was a Masonic dinner, and the cornerstone of the palace was laid with a Masonic trowel.
In fact, many of the Mason meetings were held in the attic of the palace. A new exhibit at the palace shines a light on the elite's involvement in the Masons. You see Kalakaua's Knights Templar sword, ornate with the insignia affiliated with the Masons. The plum, level, and square, ritualistic and symbolic, ceremonial trowels that may have been used to lay Iolani's cornerstone, as well as the king's jewelry. The exhibit also sheds light on how Kalakaua used his membership in the secret society to benefit the Hawaiian kingdom.
His network helped him develop political relations in Europe as well as in the United States.
What's up?
The plum, level, and square. I've been building my own house here recently.
Yeah.
And I've been watching YouTube videos and not only this guy but a lot of different people. And like this one guy is always very focused on plum, level, and square. Plum, level, and square. Plum, level, and square. It's always plum, level, and square. Is that a Masonic thing?
It is. It's a Masonic thing that goes back ancient into some of their beliefs.
Plum, level, and square.
Yeah, if you look at like the Freemasons logos, like it's a and some of the history behind it. I don't know why. Because they're supposed to be Masons, right? They're supposed to be builders,
right?
Yeah, so
you should be plum, level, and square if you're a builder. But like the fact that she said plum, level, and square, I don't know. That threw me for a loop there.
All right, let's continue on.
Sorry.
It was a new door that was open to him.
Their fellowship in a global organization shrouded in mystery. It's part of Kalakaua's secrets. Tattered and worn, but the symbols of the Masons.
Yeah, that's very interesting right there. Those are definitely Masonic and even might be a satanic emblem. They think that
still very.
I think that's definitely satanic.
Clear.
Look at that. The dude even got the skull and crossbones right there. See that? Where you at? You there? Oh, lifeline. All right, guys. Check this out. We're gonna keep going. I got another video right here. I want you guys to like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate all of you guys. You guys are the best. Let's go ahead and bring Lifeline back in. Boom. Boom. A few different things. One of the comments in this video, I scrolled too far. How did I get here? Check it out.
Zoroastrianism. And I first got this thought by looking at the Sonic the Hedgehog logo and noticing that all of its features are very similar to the Farbahar which is a symbol in Zoroastrianism, whether it's the finger pointing up or the ring or the wings being spread out or the ribbon below. There's a lot of similarities there, as well as in the dualistic nature of good and evil that's present in Zoroastrianism, the similarities between Sonic the Hedgehog and Zoroastrianism. And I first got this thought by looking at the Sonic the Hedgehog logo.
So it's a short video, but you could definitely tell that from
noticing that all of its features,
from the small things that he mentioned, there is definitely some similarities between these. And we know that these video games and these movies all like to reference ancient occultic ideas.
are very similar to the Farbahar.
So there's that. Holding a big gold ring, but he's blue.
Which is a symbol.
And there's some wings.
In Zoroastrianism, whether it's the finger pointing.
I mean, it's kind of honest. It kind of looks like exactly what he's saying. All right, let's keep rolling, guys. There's a few more things, and then we're out of here for tonight. Yeah, nice long Twitter episode. So all these stores in America are selling foods that contain poison. If you see any of these ingredients like artificial, you know, all this stuff, throw it away. Throw it away.
Contains bioengineered food ingredients. Even the granola bars or fruit bars
Contains bioengineered ingredients.
food ingredients.
Contains bioengineered ingredients. If you see foods that say containing bioengineered ingredients, you're becoming a bioengineered human. And don't be surprised when you don't feel normal and your stomach hurts and your brain hurts and you're getting overweight and you look unhealthy or you look different way. And yeah, because you're bioengineering yourself. And I mean it. Like it's chemicals that are going inside of your body that are altering your DNA and biome because these chemicals are not actually viable or available or connectable to your body. Like you're not gonna be able to process them, so your body's gonna reject them or poison you. This is pretty graphic, guys. So
I was sold to a man that I knew as.
If you don't want to hear anything too disturbing, turn away now. But this is a video about Aniki Lucas, who was born in a satanic cult and was ritually abused and tortured through his childhood. He met Jeffrey Epstein, and he describes child cage matches. It's a 5-minute video, so if you guys want, here it is. This is just to help expose what's going on around the world. We got to fight for our children, or fight for our brothers and sisters and family, and just the people out there that are going through these things, because we can't do it alone. We'll have to stand up for each other. No matter if someone's like going through something that you don't like, or you know, you have, and if you have the ability to go and help, then help. We just have to.
Louis Valou. And I feel okay using the name because I'm pretty sure it's a pseudonym. I very much doubt it's his legal name. But this guy named Louis Valou was essentially part of organized crime in Lower Manhattan in Chinatown. And he was one of my handlers growing up. And I had a very intense relationship with him on many levels. There was a period where he was grooming me essentially to take his position. And
in the mafia then?
Essentially, I mean, I'm not totally clear on the details, but some aspect of the mafia or organized crime.
Bitch.
And I had to do a lot of physical violence towards other children as part of his initiations.
It's more than the mafia.
And some of that culminated in public death matches, cage matches with other children in Chinatown for paying audiences.
How would an audience, I mean, this must all be inside the network. I can't imagine that there'd be something like that anybody could ever figure out, and it's happening right downtown.
I'm imagining the invitations were very exclusive, I strongly doubt any random people would find out about it.
And what kind of places would this even happen in?
All sorts of venues.
Really?
I mean, to be honest, I was often drugged and blindfolded and taken to these places, so it's often hard to say where exactly they are. I know some of them are in wealthy enclaves outside the city, like in Westchester County, upstate a little bit. I was taken to places like that. But then there are also versions of it that happen right in Chinatown, just in basements in Chinatown, which is, it seems like just some sort of racist fantasy that someone would have, but it really does happen there.
And the idea that you would want to go and see two children fight to the death, that it could only be network, where the people that are really in it and believe in it, they don't even see a child in a child. They don't even see what a child is. They just see creatures that are below them or something.
That's true. Yeah, like cock matches, like animals fighting, pretty much like that.
Except more exclusive.
More exclusive, more expensive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you did tell me that you saw some prominent people present at some of these.
I did.
Events.
Yeah. There different politicians would show up sometimes, actors would show up sometimes, and a lot of the really wealthy people who are anonymous would show up, of course. And some of them, I still don't know their names, but
Why are they anonymous?
people in positions of power within the cult.
What's up?
Why are they anonymous? If he knows who they are, why are they anonymous?
So he doesn't get killed.
He's already gonna get killed if he's fucking on this site.
I've been
kid
thinking
versus
through,
kid deathmatch. How do you even do that? Honestly.
Well,
baby versus baby.
Yeah, it happens. These occultists are freaks, dude.
Different names, and if I want to name people and
Totally
all that
fine.
stuff.
And we can cut it out if you change your mind also. That's no
Okay.
problem. But also, let's just, let me ask you, is it like, when we're talking about levels, right? Is it like on the local level? Is it on the state level? Is it on the national level? Is it on the international level?
It's on every level. Yeah. I think I saw people who I didn't necessarily know, but I understood them to be prominent people of other countries, international politicians and leaders, definitely. There are Catholics who participate in this practice. You
mean clergy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were Jesuits specifically. Many different kinds of. There were officials from abroad. Some of my ancestry is Hungarian, and there were people who I understood to be some basically high-ranking Hungarian politicians who would be there, who were particularly interested in my career as a fighter, apparently. There's seems to be a very established practice of these kinds of things. I almost died several times.
Of course.
Naturally.
Of course, yeah.
Had my scalp ripped off of my head almost entirely, and had to recover from that.
You mean you have weapons?
Usually not, but people are always sneaking things in, little blades or poisons, or it's of course, even if you place restrictions on it, people are going to find ways around it. So I was taken by surprise quite often. I'm just glad I'm still alive. Louis was very fond of needles, and he was an expert in manipulating these very small needles that could basically be hidden sort of under a fingernail usually, that could be very deadly. So there were quite a few weapons, but they were concealed.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man.
Did you ever see that show? I can't remember what it's called. Like, the people who... Fuck, what was it called? Like Squid Game. Squid Game?
Oh, yeah. Squid Games where they killed each other and it's like based on real, or whatever.
Did you watch that?
Nah.
Watch the whole thing. No, dude, you have to watch the whole thing. Like, it gets into the crazy elitist, like, at the end of the game they come in and bet on who they want to bet on, and like they're all wearing masks,
It's all blood
and they're
sport.
all fucking whoever they want to fuck, and it's a really good show, to be honest.
Wow.
I was sold.
I had no idea that it turned out
It-
like that, dude. That's even way worse than I thought it was. Well, I meant like as far as like what they're trying to show, you know, like not that it's horribly made. What I meant is like, you know what I mean? It's more sinful than I thought.
Yeah,
Definitely.
man. Like, it's please go watch that shit, dude. Watch.
I'll have to watch it later for sure.
I'm sounding terrible saying watch things, but watch that and watch they cloned Tyrone.
Oh, I watched that. Yeah, that's one that
You
I've talked
watched
about.
that?
I talk about that on my show a lot,
Oh.
dude. Yeah, so that movie it definitely shows some very real interesting stuff. There's also a new movie that just came out, and I watched it last night. It's called Atlas, made with Jennifer Lopez, and it talks about AI and cloning and all this stuff. Definitely very realistic, and it just came out. It kind of reminds me of like a newish Terminator, but a woman version, but also more science aspect and less war and military. Like there was a whole bunch of science in this movie about AI and cloning and stuff.
But like what I was talking about, like
how they clone Tyrone?
They place bets on who's gonna win, who won't.
Oh yeah,
it's a whole thing, dude.
Yeah. There's human betting games for sure, and it's even in real life in our own societies and cities, for sure. That whole trafficking network is deep and mysterious and dark and wicked, wild. It's all of it. Just pray for the victims, I guess. Let's keep going before it gets too late. USDA transport restrictions on dairy farmers after bird flu found after 30 locations after they found one. Now they're issuing transport restrictions. I just seen that there was a lot of chickens and cows being forced to be killed because of this stuff. Hey, they're just trying to take away the natural vibe of humanity. It ain't gonna happen though. Humanity will fight back. Though next up, let's check this out. Peru, Egypt, Japan, Turkey all have similar made blocks. Just a coincidence, and definitely not by humans, just normal humans. This is ancient technology made by something special. Next up, Insider Paper, New York appeals court overturns Harvey Weinstein 2020 rape conviction, ordering a new trial. Dude, that's crazy. But this is something wild.
So this is one of Oprah's favorites. She says it's a miracle fountain of youth and her magic wrinkle cure. So I'm going to put a little on your hand.
Made of Korean
Oprah did it.
foreskins.
All right, so here, we're going to rub it right in.
How come it's red?
I'll show you in a sec, Steve. So this is made from
Show you in a sec.
growth hormones of human
Look, the
forces.
wrinkles has just disappeared. I can't even ball my hand up.
So it's made from human foreskin.
Korean foreskins. I told you.
I'm sorry, Steve.
You done sat up here and squirted somebody's private parts in my damn hand.
No, it's just dead babies.
This your
Just
last
dead
time on the
babies.
show. This your last time. Not coming up in here. You're sitting up in here. You tell Oprah this what's on her face.
She knows.
She knows.
She knows. There were a couple
baby
protesters about it
foreskins.
because they are cells from baby foreskin.
Why you
Oh,
gotta
baby foreskin.
That makes it better.
Baby
Yeah,
foreskin.
that's different. I thought it was some grown ass man.
Oh, yeah. It's fine
Okay,
then.
does it work?
So yes, human foreskin has actually been used in growth factors. There's a
baby
lot of research on it. It's been
foreskin.
shown to increase collagen production. It'll fill in all those lines and wrinkles. And Oprah looks great.
Man, I ain't gonna be able to look at Oprah no more.
Man, that's just the start of it, man. Skin Medica using baby foreskin. That's like that. That's look. I mean, I just kind of found out about this, but that Jewish little ritual that they do with the baby foreskins, bro. That's unbelievable. I'm not even gonna go there, but there's some sick stuff out there that these elites, as you just said, you're in Squid Games. These elites are absolutely insane,
bro. They're betting on this shit. The Squid Games. If Squid Games can make it to Netflix, imagine the shit that they're doing. Really.
And oh yeah. The
Like,
human hustle parties are real.
Michelle Reyes.
Yeah.
Watch Squid Games, bro.
watch it.
They're all betting on this shit, dude. Like, it's insane. It's insane.
So there's a 5-minute video right here about a UFO reported over LaGuardia Airport, but there's a picture.
I haven't heard back from them.
I don't think there's a real video.
And any
because
response?
They're not showing the video. So it's just a picture right here. And Agnima Labs analyzed the video for AI, analyzed the video for any fakes, and there's no fakes. It's 100% real. It's a black cylindrical object. These things, dude, all around the world, people are starting to open their eyes, but not just that. The entities that were here and have been here are showing themselves, and it's happening. It's all happening, boys. It's all happening.
Did you guys settle on the fact that it maybe was a drone? It was going awfully fast to be a drone, but was that the best guess?
Video. That's pretty wild.
He thought it.
I don't know. They have one picture. They don't have a video. They don't have. Like.
No, it's a video and a picture right there. It works. Hey, look, the video and the picture. This is both. So they have a video and a picture.
Maybe a drone, but he.
Yeah,
it on the app. Someone had borrowed, sort of stole it from her social media and posted it as if they were her friend.
So yeah, you see it right there. Well, I don't know if you can see it, guys. Let's go ahead and do it one more time for everybody. Now it's full screen.
Stole it from her social media and posted it as if they were her
Whoa.
friend. So we had no idea who she was. We were looking up.
Yeah, these things are real. But we're not going to watch 5 minutes of that. What we will watch, though, is 2 minutes of this CERN whistleblower. I have not heard this one. This is brand spanking new.
More than that, because there are lots of physicians. I know some. They're doing very strange experimentation. There are beings from portals coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
They've testified to beings coming in and out of portals.
Yes.
Huh.
And they were saying, I mean, I met them at a dinner, and there were 2 of them. And both said that, yes, they have, secondhand proof that the people who they're dealing with the boson of Higgs and the subatomic things. So they have apparently in the bottom of the CERN this portal, this door where they are dealing with all the subatomic dimensions. They say there are 17 different dimensions of reality. Okay. That's what those physicists say. Some others say there are more dimensions. We know the time, space, the tri-dimensional X, Y, Z in a graphic. But then you have more dimensions, and they are playing with that. They're using that, and we're a group, and they had a being. They did not tell me more. Who came that doesn't resemble a human, and then they had another one, and they have a proof because they left a scarf. They left a scarf, and now when you look at what is going on in the CERN, there is a fight from some of the military agencies. Intel, they say that there is a fight on time. They're trying to change time. I'm just saying that because as a scientist, you cannot not say something so important. Because if you can deal with the smallest energies on Earth, you can imagine.
You can imagine what they're doing with the energies.
Bro.
Yeah, she just put my mind to a point. There's this show called Ingress on Netflix. INGRESS, and it's about CERN, and it's about them opening up portals, and it's about them like controlling reality. Very interesting show, like because it's made from the people who've worked there or a company that has an enroll like a I don't know how, but some ways some of the people there are actually linked to CERN or something, and it shows a very interesting, detailed way that they can make portals. So what is it? I think let's see. Epstein was working with the U.S. government, CIA, and huge military contractor Dino Corp to traffic children. This is a wild story right here. Pretty much the military was using airplanes through the help of Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my gosh, this is big.
It seems a lot like it's a cover for something bigger. Like Epstein is bad.
Yeah, he was just a pimp. He was
but really, it's not as bad as it really is. You know.
Yeah, it's a lot worse than it really is, though, for sure. They're trying to make it look like not that bad, for sure. There was a white horse running through the streets of London after a full moon in Scorpio, but it was the king's official military bodyguard horse. Just very interesting. I don't know. People thought that was a sign or something.
Very
There's this 8-minute video that Ronin Arts and Music officially Tripoli had posted about yacht girls, prostitution, and trafficking.
Have you ever thought about like, I don't know, did you watch the Formula One at Monaco?
No. Nah.
It's basically like where all these people come to party.
Oh yeah, I see.
It's insane, dude. Like
that this stuff goes on. Human trafficking and stuff.
Obviously, like human trafficking would be the minimum, the bare minimum of what shit is going on. Like it's so insane. The boats that are passing here and there, like, oh yeah, this boat came in and then went out, and then like, I don't know, it's
billionaire boats.
Millionaire, brilliant, yeah. Basically.
Yeah, with underage women and all the drugs and
yeah,
it's wild. It's definitely wild.
And then Jeff Bezos just happened to be next to them at a party, and who knows, you know? Who knows?
Well,
like
what it is that they're into occultism, right? And so that these people like Epstein and these other pimps and stuff there, luring them in, and then they take them down to like the Bohemian Grove, or they take them into like this orgy, or they provide them with money as a sugar daddy. You know what I mean? It's like they're just buying these women with all the money and gold and yachts and glamour and drugs, and that's what most of these women are here for.
But like the entire thing of yacht girls, like I don't know. I have a friend who has, I don't know, not that he's gotten yacht girls, but like gotten close to the area.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we can choose the yacht girl. We can choose whichever yacht girl we want on this yacht. Like, thanks, I don't know, I guess thanks to God. But he wasn't allowed to choose whatever hot girl he wanted because of COVID. But it's like every single hot girl in Europe in this area is just up for choosing, dude. Like you can just like pay enough money and you can have this hot girl. Like it's not even a thing that's behind the scenes. Like every hot girl is available for purchase. It's crazy. Like I don't know. I thought Europe was like more modern, was more metropolitan or whatever. But like every hot girl is just available for purchase. Like you just gotta spend enough and you have this hot girl. Like
yeah. So should I have a we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it with this then. I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and then we're gonna end it today, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow.
More than that, because there are a lot.
You down for that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and play this right here, Yacht Girls, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up tonight.
Yacht Girls.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, brother. So, Yacht Girls prostitution.
In the entertainment industry, yachting is the biggest dirty open secret. This is because A-list stars, including models, actors, and influencers, have been observed or been rumored to be involved in yachting at some point during their careers. If you're not familiar with the term yachting, it's the practice of being paid to spend time on a yacht with extremely wealthy clients. For the women, it has become a popular way to raise their profile and clout while making some hefty sums of cash. However, this does come at a price, because under the shiny surface of luxury and opulence, there's a dark history of coercion, sexual exploitation, and human trafficking. In 2013, The Hollywood Reporter published an investigation into the culture at the Cannes Film Festival. This is when the term yachting gained traction. They claimed that during the festival, it was well known that models and Hollywood actors swarmed the hotels and yacht parties. And we're talking 30 to 40 luxury yachts, each owned by an ultra-wealthy person. What shed even more light on this was when a man named Eli Nahas, who ran a modeling agency at the time, would later be tried and convicted of supplying more than 50 women to rich Middle Eastern clients during the festival. Every boat is said to have about 10 girls each, and they are usually nude or half-nude. These party-going girls are referred to as yacht girls. But this is where they blur the lines between party-goers and escorts. Because you see there's an understanding between them and the boat's host, that by being on board, they are expected to carry out favors. And at the end of the night, they are thanked with gifts, usually in the form of envelopes full of varying sums of cash. The amount is based upon their celebrity status and what favors they carried out. Based on what Nahas stated, you definitely would recognize more names from Hollywood than you'd realized. They justify it by telling themselves what they are doing at the festival is okay, and they're just on dates with girls. Some well-known names are Bella Hadid, Hailey Bieber, and Meghan Markle. If you're wondering why a celebrity that's already rich and successful would consider doing this, well, the men who own these boats are extremely wealthy with power and connections. And by having a good rapport and relationship with them, it could take your career to the next level.
If you are trying to have a fast track to success, if it's not happening for you, modeling, acting, entertainment industry, whatever that looks like, yachting will always promise you connections. It will promise that you will meet these high up people who are the decision makers for signing movie deals and signing modeling contracts. It might not always be true, but they are going to promise you that you're going to meet.
This is much more common than you'd realize. According to The Hollywood Reporter, yachting your way to stardom happens with disturbing frequency. They pointed out a glaring example in actress Irina Shayk. Despite having 0 previous acting credits, she was able to land her debut role in the film Hercules.
Sports Illustrated discovered me back in 2007.
And from that you did the modeling, and then this is your first film?
Yes,
then?
it's very small role, but it's very important character for the movie.
So, as famous and rich as these celebrity yacht girls are, they are very well incentivized to garner a relationship with these yacht owners. The potential to boost your name and career, as well as the often 5-figure plus gifts you receive at the end of the evening, is all too alluring, even if they don't need the money.
The men who are going to be involved in yachting, it's going to be very high up, well-to-do, extremely wealthy men. You know, these could be kind of an anonymous businessman type. I know that those types of people are involved in this. You wouldn't recognize their name. You have no idea who they are. They probably own a bunch of companies, got a lot of money.
In a 2021 memoir by Emily Ratajkowski entitled My Body, she details her indoctrination into the cult of exchanging favors for gifts as defined by powerful men. Her book delves into her experiences of yachting, and this made people speculate if Bella Hadid and Hailey Bieber also partake in the business, as Emily posted videos of them dancing on a yacht together at none other than the Cannes Film Festival, which has become synonymous with yachting. Emily names one of her yachting clients as Joe Law, a Malaysian businessman that is currently a fugitive on the run after allegedly embezzling billions from the Malaysian state. Well, this opened up a can of worms and has linked many well-known names as potential yacht girls to him, such as Paris Hilton, who was pictured in Saint-Tropez partying with Joe in 2010. In 2019, the Sun Daily also reported that Kylie Jenner celebrated her 22nd birthday on Joe Law's yacht, which corresponds with the 2015 blind item posted about Kris Jenner and Kylie Jenner. If that wasn't shady enough, how about Kim Kardashian? As reported by the Daily Mail, Joe Law also sent Kim home in a white Ferrari and $250,000 cash in a garbage bag after partying with him in Vegas for a weekend. For many people, this confirmed their suspicions, because plenty of people have accused Kim of being a yacht girl for over a decade. This is due to her appearances on yachts and seemingly random solo trips to countries such as Bahrain and Kuwait to attend grand openings of the chain restaurant Millions of Milkshakes. Sadly, it was a stunt that actually resulted in large protests in which the crowd was tear-gassed by police. And let's not forget about Kendall Jenner. She was one of 13 celebrities to attend the grand opening of Hotel Atlantis The Royal in Dubai earlier this year. A TikTok user caught her on camera in someone's Instagram story and made out what she was saying in the clip. Apparently, she's been on a few boats and knows what she's talking about. As far back as the early 2010s, there were rumors circulating of Meghan Markle being a yacht girl. Some are even speculating that this is how she met Prince Harry.
She was one of the Jill and Ojo girls that were caddies that I pawned them off as caddies to the highest bidders. She was so loved, and you know, good for her. You know, I'm laughing because I'm like, good for her. I mean, she met the prince.
And based on a blind item, if you see a B actress posting half-nude provocative photos of themselves on social media, this is usually a sign that this person is available to rent for a weekend of yachting, which is typically worth $30,000 for her to party. There are speculations that claim that the water company, 138 Water, could be a front for offering high-end escorting services to the wealthy. According to this blind item, it alleges that the fashion water company, who is run by a sleazy paparazzi agent, uses bottled water ads as a cover for a catalog to advertise available girls. Allegedly, Tyga is the spokesperson, and the owner of the company is none other than the momager herself, Kris Jenner. In a famous blind item, a struggling actress whom people have speculated to be Vanessa Lengies. details their experience yachting and highlights some of the darker elements while also giving context as to why a seemingly successful person would consider yachting. The B actress wrote, "I was treating this like an acting job. I would play the model part to a T. However, things didn't play out the way she thought. The other models on the yacht had on the tiniest of bikinis, and most were topless. There was a lot more groping and staring. You would be in the water, and some guy would grab you and touch you. They wanted to shower with you when you got out of the water. They wanted to rub oil on you and have you rub it on them. If they saw some poor model passed out, they would film her and grope her. For the most part, it was a 3-hour sexual orgy. I hated it." She added, "A couple who were favorites of the people running the tour would stay with those guys in the yacht. The rest of us were 6 to a room in a hotel. By my last night there, half of the women were gone. Some had just quit. Some had ended up with a guy they liked, and at least one person from my week overdosed." And according to a former super yacht deckhand, in an interview with Vice, he revealed that while their time on board was seen as the coolest job in the world on the surface, but in reality, it meant cleaning up after sex parties, orgies, drug binges, and slaughtering animals on board, so the food is as fresh as it can be. They also detail that accidents leading to fatalities do happen on yachts as well. Now that you know about the underworld of yachting, what do you make of this? Please share your thoughts in the comments section.
It's been about 2 hours long. Been an amazing night, amazing podcast with great topic. And this sex trafficking ring goes deep. It's human trafficking between the Nazis and these Hollywood people out here with prostitution, whatever way we want to look at it. This fighting demon, and God is winning because God always wins. I know for a fact that all my darkness is cleared out once I started realizing my spiritual truth, who I am, what I am, where we came from, and what our protector above wants. Um, man, just pray for all these people out here. No matter where you are, just know that there are some people, and things out there that we should be praying for because it might be around us, and maybe put up a protection and wall. Ask God to create that hedge. Ask God to create that foundation, that kingdom for you, the impenetrable shield. Because if you look at what we just went through 3-4 years ago, COVID, and oh man, all of us were just one step away from being trafficked. Like all those people who were like, "Yeah, let me go ahead and just take a experimental vaccine." Like you don't know what that could have done to you. That could have that could have just straight up made you go to sleep, and you would have been gone forever, and nobody would ever known. Like, huh?
They don't care. They don't care.
Where'd this guy go? Yeah, I know, right? But the world is far more serious than we ever thought. Not to be scared of it though, because you only fear God. All this other stuff, they're weak. These little demons are weak. They don't want you. They'll run away 99% of the time. But so next up, what we're gonna do is tomorrow we're gonna come back with more Twitter articles, guys, and hey, I appreciate you being here, Lifeline. Let's go ahead and tell everybody around what. Are you on social medias or what's up?
I'm not on social medias. Come catch me on nothing at all.
Now this is a brother out here from the OBDM Discord. He's over in Chile, so
OBDM Discord Lifeline. I think I'm a comedian, but I don't have anywhere to show it. So here you go.
Hey, you know what? And just keep on coming on my podcast, and you can make all the jokes you want, bro. Because I love comedy out here, man. Comedy is medicine. Laughter is medicine. Appreciate you being here, man.
Yeah, man. Anytime you want. Really.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, so
I'm here.
So guys, you guys can go ahead and check out OBDM. They're the homies that check me out. Check out Tinfoil Hat, bro. Go check out
Shipmyass.com.
No, no.
Great website. Yeah, dude.
Go to
Shipmyass.com. Shipmyass.com is a great website to go to.
the higher side chats is great, and if anybody out there who's also following Christianity like me and wants some good conspiracy, the confessionals with Tony Merkel, you can bet that he will bring the Christian side to the light, and also what is it,
really
the social
you don't know shipmyass.com? No?
Isaac Weishaupt, what's his new what's his podcast, social norm or pop culture and social norms or something like that. I forgot. Isaac Weishaupt, go check him out. He's also a Christian. But before I go,
Chris?
let me go.
You don't know Chris?
No, not Chris. I said Isaac Weishaupt.
No, but from shipmyass.com.
I didn't know you're being serious, bro. I thought you were joking.
No, not a joke. Shipmyass.com, bro.
Was that a podcast or what?
No,
Look,
that's the way I found out about OBGM. It's shipmyass.com.
Okay.
It sounds like a joke.
And
it
does.
That's the whole joke of it. But shipmyass.com is Chris. Oh, what the fuck is this show called? Abs and a Six Pack.
Yeah. Okay. They're great.
Abs and a Six Pack. Dude, check it out. Abs and a Six Pack. Shipmyass.com. Those guys are great.
Yo, all right, guys.
It sounds like a joke, but okay.
So before we go, I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys one last thing. So from John, verse 16. Or is it John 16 and 13? Was it? Yeah. John chapter 16 verse 13. Jesus, sorry guys, I'm so tired. But when he, the Spirit of truth, comes, he will guide you into all the truth. He will not speak on his own. He will speak only what he hears, and he will tell you what is yet to come. So God,
nice.
May you be with us. May you be with us all, because we are all in need of your life and your light.
Yeah.
Guys, go ahead and like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for being here. You guys can go check out all my sponsors down below. Natural Action Tech. We have Tweedle Farms. We have Boomer Boost, Purple Power C60, Okazi Clothing. We have Divine Light Codes. We also have Pepper Envy LLC. A few more that I'm missing. Boomer Boost. There are supplements for anything that you want. Eagle Dash Research, W.GG. So, guys, whatever you need, there's energy drinks, there's CBD, there's water ionizers, water alkalizers. There are cartridges, vapes, a little bit of everything down below. If you go ahead and check out all these sites, I mean, you will be able to change your game. There's just too many right now to go ahead and start reading out these ads. Appreciate all of you guys. I love you guys. Peace out. See you guys next time on the Papa 9 Divine Finds podcast. Later. I got the outro right here. Just
yeah.